Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here with my guy, man. Kenny Stubblefield is in the building. Kenny, what's up, my boy?
My boy, you good?
Man, I'm getting a little emotional, man.
Why are you emotional?
Man, it's the last one of these joints, man. We started this thing a couple years ago, bro. We were doing once a week. Some things came up.
Yep.
You told me to. You asked me that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? 2 shows a week. I said, yeah, man. You know, why not? Let's go. Let's do twice a week.
Let's try.
Start doing the Wednesday and Friday. And now, man, we about to start this thing every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
2 p.m. here on the Bluff City Media YouTube. I'm going to let y'all know right now, if you're watching this any other way other than on the Bluff City Media YouTube, we just going to give y'all a little preview of this joint.
Yep.
Then we're going to boot y'all up out of here, and we're going to take this joint to the YouTube. So if you're watching now, you can stay here as long as you can. But I'm letting you know, after this first break, we're going to be on YouTube Live. You might want to switch over to that. Just search Anthony Sain Show on YouTube or search Bluff City Media. Make sure you give us a follow, subscribe. It'll let you know whenever we're about to go live. Cut the notifications on. But welcome everybody who's watching, no matter how you're watching, whether via Facebook, whether via Twitter, whatever you're doing. We rocking all those channels for now. But we about to boot y'all up out of here in a minute. and I'm not going to cuss for the first 10 minutes of the show because YouTube be messing with my algorithms when I do.
They do.
But just know I'll come back hard with.
Wait, you preparing everybody for it? I got you.
Preparing to get upon the cheeks of y'all real good. But Kenny Stubblefield, speaking of the cheeks, man, speaking of somebody giving up the cheeks, y'all face of the league, Anthony Edwards, looking back normal, like I told y'all he would in this round. Everybody's hating on the Oklahoma City Thunder. As I've said for about a month now, that is a historically good team, and they're going to make everybody look bad. They're going to look everybody in the league look bad. Denver's the only team that had a chance against them because they had that level of player in Nikola Jokic and being a team that has that championship pedigree. And you can see during certain moments of this series that's on Oklahoma City Thunder that the moment may have been gotten a little too big for them. And they're in uncharted territory. Everything they're doing, every game they win is a game that particular team has never won before. Right. I sound like President Trump, and there are people that are dying that have never died before. There are people that
It's the most beautiful series. It's the biggest, most beautiful series.
They're winning games they've never won before.
The likes that nobody's ever seen before.
They're winning games. SGA, he's officially American. He's no longer Canadian.
He's a part of the 51st state now.
Right. The SGA stands, the A stands for America. It is not based on the R&B group from the 90s. He's not shy. It's Shade.
Now you're saying that Anthony Edwards is looking back to normal. That bro is still balling out.
He going crazy, bro. Hey, you know this is all a shot at my brother in Minnesota, bro.
I know.
Just a shot at my brother in Minnesota, man. But Minnesota, and like they're literally playing into the hands of what the Thunder do. Like you have to be a disciplined team. You have to protect the ball. You have to have a high basketball IQ to beat those dudes. And Minnesota is none of those, right? None of those things are happening. Yeah. And they're and they are getting exposed by this Oklahoma City team who I'm gonna stand here and say this, man. They're not gonna lose another game in these playoffs. They're gonna win.
Whoa.
They're going to win. They're going, bro. No. Those teams in the East are not on the level of Oklahoma City, bro. I'm sorry. They're not. The Pacers, they're good. Thunder and 4, bro. Like they're getting out of here. Because if you get down 15-20 by those dudes, you're gonna lose by 30. You're not coming back on the fourth quarter because they stopped scoring. Like the Knicks have shown you the entire season that they're a team that struggles against teams that are good teams. They've been that way the entire season. And like I said, I can see the Pacers kind of giving Oklahoma City a little run if they get out of this series. But no, the Thunder on another level for those dudes for sure.
One of the things about the Pacers, we'll talk about the Pacers in a second, but the Pacers have I think I saw a stat. I think Rusty talked about it on the Daily Grind yesterday. They're 4 and 1,000 on teams that have in the NBA playoffs that have come back from a certain deficit and down by 9, down by double digits, something like that in the fourth quarter. The Pacers have won 3 of those games out of the 4 in the history of the NBA this year. They've won 3 of those games. The problem is with OKC is they get you down. They do not let you back.
No,
Like
you
they,
done.
and what's crazy, Anthony, is this is like it's. Do you remember how crazy, like how when Golden State was in the midst of their dynasty, and it was teams would hang with them for like a half, or maybe give them a half, and then that third quarter they'd come out, and it would just be like this obligatory like Golden State dominant run where they would just bury you in the third quarter.
Yeah,
they had.
You know what they're doing?
What's that?
Like the Thunder. I'm sorry. The Warriors back in the day, well, crap, you're talking about back in the day, it was maybe like 6 years ago.
6 years
ago.
Right.
The Warriors, they would come back by hitting a bunch of threes, right? They would
right.
Whether they got a stop or not, they're lining up threes against your twos. This Thunder team, they come down, they hit a mid-range shot, they're up 2, right? And then they come down, they stop you, and now it was a steal, now it's a breakaway dunk. That's 4 points. That's even better than 3. You know what I mean? Like they're defensively, they're going to turn you over, and they're going to be going the other way, and it's going to be a layup or a dunk or an alley-oop or something like that. Right. And now you're down 6-8 points real fast, and they're so good defensively, bro. Like of all the things I criticize about those dudes, they're corny, they're weird looking, they're ugly, they're AI, all those type of things. That team is built freaking perfectly for today's NBA, man, and they can defend the hell out of you no matter what you're doing on offense.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like the Warriors used to use their like unbelievable like barrage of 3-pointers with probably the 2 greatest 3-pointers and 3-point shooters in this modern age. And Oklahoma City has that same kind of thing, except for they do it in the mid-range and they do it with defense
and speed, athleticism, and length, bro. Like their
defense is
good,
unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yep. And like I said, we killed Jaren. We was like, man. Yeah, Jaren's getting shut down by, Caruso, right?
Caruso, right?
Yeah. That wasn't the case. They were doing a triple team on Jaren. The one-on-one man guarding him was Caruso, but they also were cheating 2 dudes off of Jaren. Right. They guarded Jokic the same way, and that made that dude look human as hell. They were putting Caruso on him, and he looked human as hell. Like he was not
the best player in the world.
Yeah. And like that team is really freaking good, man. And like I said, if you want to talk about the Grizzlies, because like I said, this is another game I'm watching where I'm saying I don't feel that far away from these teams. Because like I saw us up 20 on them dudes, right? Like I saw that. Yeah. I think it got up to like 30 maybe. I saw that. I saw it happen. And then John Morant gets hurt, and then that knocked the air out of everything. But I saw us have that team down. I saw us play them well without Ja at all, and without Jalen Wells, right? And without Brandon Clark. Like I saw us play them well in Game 4 as well. I don't think we're anywhere near them. But these other teams in the West, I don't think that we're far away from them at all. So that gives me optimism because, on the assumption that the Grizzlies, do some things that they need to do. And as far as that goes with the Grizzlies, I think this year we need one starter. There's going to be a guy that wasn't on the team last year, and I think we need one guy on the bench. And I'll discuss how those things can happen. But let's hold on to the conversation. We're talking.
Yeah, Edward said the second spot in the West is wide open. Right? It's wide open.
Right. Houston was the second team in the West. They look like kids against Golden State, bro. Look like they flat out wasn't ready. And that Golden State team ain't good. You know what I mean? Like, we got, the Lakers got all this hype, going into the playoffs, right? About, LeBron and Luka. They don't need a big. They got smacked by the Minnesota team.
Smoked by that Minnesota
team. And Minnesota couldn't do nothing with Golden State without Steph Curry. They literally had to battle to pull those games out against Golden State without. Like, I don't think the West is really that good. And I think that the Grizzlies just have to just make moves to kind of stop the bleeding in some areas on that team. But I don't think it's going to take a lot to separate us to close the gap between us and some of these other teams. Shout out to SGA winning MVP. Anybody talking about he doesn't deserve it is crazy.
Crazy.
And any comp that you put for these boys, and that's what kills me too.
You said this on Twitter yesterday, and you got some major pushback on this.
I guess I didn't see all that because I guess I put my phone down or something because I
like what. So what are the comps you're talking about?
If somebody wants to say that dude is a modern day Kobe Bryant, I'm not arguing with them.
I'm not arguing.
What are you saying it's not?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Like Kobe Bryant. Guess what about Kobe Bryant? He was a foul merchant too, bro. His free throw attempts almost mimicked SGA's. And it wasn't because he was going to the line trying to dunk on people. Like he was baiting people. A lot of these NBA rules that we have now, Kobe Bryant started this shit, bro. Like he was the one that was doing a lot of these things that people call these foul merchant moves. That was all part of Kobe's bag.
Yeah.
He kills in the mid-range. He gets to the free throw line. He's a 6'5", 6'6" athletic guard that can score anywhere on the court.
Anywhere.
He can kill you in ISO. His game is very much a Kobe Bryant type game. If I can look at Kobe and say, hey, I see Michael Jordan in that dude, I can look at SGA and say I see Kobe in him. The guy is led the league in scoring like 30-something points a game. Right. He's a beast, bro. Like I don't understand why people turn their nose up at some of the comps these guys get. If you want to look at Anthony Edwards and say, damn, that dude looks like Michael Jordan, I'll even one up it and say, yeah, he looks like Michael Jordan, except he can hit threes. And he's hitting them at 23 years old. He wouldn't hit him at 30. You know what I mean? So I hate when people act like these guys' games can't be compared to. Like, these guys are really, really, really good basketball players. Yeah. And I think it's just so many nonsense narratives. It's like it's like we're doing everything we can to protect our memories. Like, if I say this guy is good also, it's almost like you erasing your childhood.
You're like downgrading. You're downgrading your childhood and what you saw.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you watch these guys as a kid. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
So you like your viewpoint of them is based on a child's brain, for the most part.
Yeah.
And like I said, to act like these guys aren't close to those guys, and people are saying like, if SGA wins a championship, is he the best Thunder player ever? Yes, he is. Like, he is, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he is. Like, how can you downgrade what he's doing? And he's league MVP, scoring 30-something points a game, best player on a team that won 68 games in the regular season, and they're about to cakewalk to a championship. Like, you have to give him props for that. Like, we just say there's too many silly narratives out there, bro.
I have a question for you. We talk about SGA a lot. Obviously, he won the MVP. Shout out to him. I think there you couldn't, if you chose Jokic, if you chose SGA, you couldn't go wrong, right? But SGA is the best player on the best team in the league. That's kind of the way typically these MVP conversations have gone.
Right.
How soon, like, can we start talking about the Robin of this team and Jalen Williams? Like, and where he stands in terms of the other Robins, the number 2 guys on teams like that are as dominant. Like, how good is Jalen Williams, man?
He's so good, man. But he's not really great at anything, but he's really good at a lot of stuff. And I think because of that, people kind of downgrade him. Plus, he looked like CJ Hurt. So I think that's against him.
The problem is, shout out CJ. I guarantee you, CJ just took his shirt off when he heard that. I guarantee that. But my question, like, I was talking to some people about this the other day. Oklahoma City has the most bad body team in the entire NBA. Just weird looking dudes.
Yeah.
But they all
AI, bro. They look like cheap AI. Like, you got a cheap AI app and said, make an awesome, diverse basketball team, and them mugs came out because Chet Holmgren might be the ugliest dude in the history of the NBA. When I say, I'm not just talking about his face.
No.
His frame, his hair. He's just ugly. He's just an ugly dude, bro.
Yeah. He can hoop, though.
Oh, he hooping. Like, that team, God damn, I hate them dudes. You are a goofball if you try to downplay what those dudes are doing, because they are cold as hell, bro. They are freaking cold. Like, they cold as hell. That team is really good, bro. And whatever team you're talking about, they will bust them dudes up, man. Like, they are incredibly good. For the love of God, Kenny, I just hope that the NBA, I hope that the rules we have now break that team up, because that's the only thing that's going to break those dudes up, because they ain't paying nobody. SGA is about to get paid, but Jalen's a couple years away from getting paid. Chet's a couple years of getting paid. And there are other just role player type dudes got to get paid too. All those dudes are on baby deals, and they got to get paid. I hope that's the only thing that breaks their team up. But unfortunately, they got 1 million first-round picks. So
they're good. They're set. Right. They're good. Best franchise player is at least a discussion for SGA. KD put up too many phenomenal years to be dismissed. Right. But he didn't win if he wins a championship.
To act like it's not a discussion, bro. To act like it's not a discussion is nuts. Like,
if he wins a championship for OKC, is it fair to then go SGA is the best player in Oklahoma City Thunder organization history?
Man, he up there. I'm not going to say he is, but he up there. Like, it ain't no crazy conversation. I'll listen to you if you got a point. If you got an argument to say he's the best Thunder player ever, it's definitely a conversation. But it's just like with the Grizzlies, man. I remember Ja's rookie year. People with a brain like myself came out and said things like, Ja Morant is the best player in Grizzlies history. And people, oh no, he got to do this. He's got. Okay, when you done preseason game 1, I saw that dude play. Okay, yeah, it's the best dude we've ever had. Like, and it was obvious, bro. And you know what I mean? And like I say all the time, we're about to go to break. You're getting 15 minutes. That's all y'all getting if you ain't watching on YouTube. But I remember there was this all-star guard for the Chicago Bulls, right?
Right. Who?
Reggie Theus is his name.
Oh.
Reggie Theus. And rookie year Michael Jordan came in, he looked phenomenal. There
Right.
probably was some goofball in Chicago who said, I don't know about that Jordan kid. He's good, but he ain't no Reggie Theus. Those conversations probably were real at the time too. So I'm not saying that KD's Reggie Theus, but if the guy's good, he's good, man. Like he didn't have to hit all these benchmarks to be good. Like he's an extremely good player, and I think he's got a clear path to win a championship this year, and that puts you in rare air, no matter how you want to take a look at it. But Ken, we about to take a break, man. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more Eastern Conference Finals. We're gonna talk about Tyrese Haliburton, who is the only player in the NBA who can make a shot like he made the other night and look like a complete goofball. We'll talk about that.
I do have one more. Right, OKC thing I want to talk about. We can talk about it after the break. But as good as these dudes are, they're so freaking corny. And SGA,
the worst.
SGA proved it last night. He proved it last night, and I want to talk about that because it's crazy.
All right, go ahead.
Like,
you want to come back? You want to talk about it?
Whatever, whenever you're the guy. Like,
yeah, we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, we'll see y'all in a minute, man. More than Anthony Sain Show. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or wherever else you're watching other than YouTube, your feed's about to end. Take your hands over to YouTube, man. I said it in the beginning, man. Take y'all tail over there to YouTube. This feed's about to end. We'll see you on YouTube in a minute for more than Anthony Sain Show.
But it's pretty obvious that the Boston Celtics are going to be pivoting and changing some of their personnel. Jaylen Brown is a guy that has been kind of polarizing, right? He's got a Finals MVP, an NBA championship. He can score at a high level. He's a better than average defender, but he gets he gets a ton of hate from NBA fans across the league. Is Jaylen Brown somebody that you would like to see in a Memphis Grizzlies jersey?
Yeah, that's a stupid question, Rusty. Of course.
I mean,
Jaylen Brown is great. Like, he is. And he's probably – the Boston Celtics do him no favors because there's no reason why he should even be polarizing. But for the first 4 years of his career, like, he was constantly in trade talks. Like, constantly. And it made no sense why. But now they're kind of up against it. He's obviously a name that is going to be talked about. I would love to have him as a Grizzly, but ultimately, I don't think there's any way Boston trades Jaylen Brown.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Tuesday and Thursday live at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The Grizzlies have to do something, like something's gotta happen. Jaren was really great with his deal last time. He took a team-friendly deal that decreased in value with each year, which is awesome. I just don't know what to expect as we look towards this next deal, this extension. It's tough to predict what he's going to be making this payday. I really don't know.
Back in February, it felt like a bygone conclusion that he was going to get the Supermax $345 million contract, and the Grizzlies needed that because next summer he's an unrestricted free agent. So there's going to be a lot of upheaval and turmoil or whatever to get there. Could we wait to next summer and he get an all-NBA team or a defensive player of the year next year? Absolutely, that can happen, and then he could get that Supermax again. I just don't know that either side is going to be willing to risk that heading into free agency, especially not the Memphis Grizzlies when you have somebody like Jaren who, outside of Grizzlies fans, which this is wild, is looked upon as one of the better players, young players in the NBA, great two-way player. Somebody's going to pay that dude.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Loot Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Shout out to the people who rock with us, man. Who slid over to the YouTube joint for sure. I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Now, Kenny Stubblefield. I wish we could have talked about this the night after because y'all gonna swear I'm hating. But I've had time to stew on this, man. I've had time to review this. Had time to watch the video. I'm referring to Tyrese Haliburton hitting the buzzer beater that sent the game into overtime.
Crazy.
Only Tyrese Haliburton could have a moment like that and look like the corniest dude possible while doing it. Look so corny. You made Reggie Miller look cool. And Reggie Miller is the biggest goofball in the world. Why do I say that, Kenny Stubblefield? I say it for two reasons. Big shot, for sure. I'm not knocking the shot. Big shot, right? He does it's really cool too because he acts like he's going to the basket. So the big switches over to him, right? Then he steps back and gets the bag, the big to trail him out to the 3-point line. Takes a 3-point shot, foot on the line. It's a 2, goes in overtime. He does the choke thing, which is dope. In the moment, I said, oh shit, Haliburton, you redeemed yourself. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was
He
crazy.
did the choke sign.
Yeah.
But Kenny, there's an old saying that says if you gotta explain the joke ain't funny, bro. He does the choke sign and then he says, you choked. You choke. Like, bro, just do the sign, bro. You goofball. Damn. Just do the sign, Haliburton. What you cornball. What are you? Oh, you choked. You choked. Just your weird ass up, man. Take your Monday Night Raw watching ass on somewhere, man.
Don't you watch Monday Night Raw?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not in the NBA, bro.
That's true.
Like,
That's a good point.
Come on, man. Not only did I watch Monday Night Raw, I go see Bobby Ford's shows at Medicine, which was off the chain last week as well, man. He got
how good was that, by the way?
Oh man, off the damn chain, bro. That's what Memphis wrestling supposed to be like for sure. Like that was it, man. Bobby's got the juice. Check out his next joint. It is at Medicine Brewing. I'm not really sure of the date. I'll get the graphic up.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we got plenty of time between now. It's at Crosstown Concourse. The next joint is. Check that out for sure. But also, man, what also made it corny is corny ass teammates, man. Like if he makes that shot, let the man get his shit off, man. What y'all coming to grab him? Now he looking like a turd in an asshole getting squeezed out, man. Like, come on, bro. Man, y'all killing. He up there looking like he died for real. Looking like a turtle head, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Haliburton, you that guy, man. Get your long spot.
I disagree.
Long leg, little shorts. Man,
I disagree with you,
man.
I think your hatred for not even hatred. Your
man, lame, bro.
Your feelings toward him is allowing you to like. Because if that was Ja, we would have been like, oh hell yeah.
No, Ja would have made this shit look cold, bro. You choked, no, bro. Just do the sign, man. What you doing all the extra talking for, man? Shit, you making Reggie Miller look cool. Because you go back to watch the Reggie Miller jump, Reggie look cold doing that jump.
Right.
Man, Haliburton is a clown, bro. But I'll tell you, I keep telling you, I'm going to tell you off the air why I don't really fool with him. But, because I'll say this. I think he got some RG3 in him, man. Just be honest with you. Yeah, I think if you pull him out to the side, if you gave him true serum, he'd sound a lot like your boy Robert Griffin III. That's why I don't fool with him for real. I think he's a clown. Like outside of being a goofball and a cornball, I think he's a clown. Let's be honest.
I think he's a nerd, bro. He's just a nerd.
Nah, bro. I think he's a clown.
He's a legit nerd.
Like judging how he's looking at his dad, and then just kind of looking how Haliburton moves. He's an RG3. I'm telling you, and it's gonna come out soon. And when it come out, you're gonna say, "Damn, Sain said this shit." He's an RG3, bro. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you, bro.
Is it? Yeah. No, I don't know.
The way Ryan Clark called the RG3, I see that same shit in Haliburton, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Watch what I tell you. Give it 3 or 4 years, you're gonna see. Oh yeah, Haliburton's a clown.
That man's still cold. That man's still cold at basketball.
Man, he cold, bro. He cold. He overrated as hell, bro. Y'all still say what you want. He overrated, bro. The man overrated, bro. And I kind of hope they come out the East so y'all can see how average that dude is. When a Chrysler 300 look like what they say it look like. Shit, I can't even think.
I don't even know.
You know what I'm trying to say? Until you see a real whatever pull up on your ass. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, bro. But yeah, fuck Haliburton. Anyway, all right. NBA.
Cold ass team though.
Who?
Cold ass team though.
Oh, they're
Indiana.
Better. Wait, I gotta get them folks props. They are better than I thought they were. Their team is good. I like the way they play. They're fast. They get up and down. I hope that like some of their principles. I hope those are some of the principles that my boy Isolo is bringing in for our team. Because I think if we can get up and down and play at that type of pace, I think we'll be good. We got to get some more horses though.
Do you think though that this Indiana New York series, that game for real, that game to me doesn't show me much about what this series is going to look like because New York.
Go ahead.
New York was up the entire game. And of course, Indiana's known for coming back, but they can fix that. That stuff can be fixed, right? Like what they did to come back. Like Nesmith isn't going to hit 6 3-pointers in the fourth quarter again, more than likely, right? Like I just don't look at that series and go, that was indicative of what this series is going to look like. I still think New York is going to win the series in 6.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this. They asked me the same question on Jason and John's show, right? And I've seen this shit fickle, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, mentally, you can start feeling yourself, and then something happens, slap you in the mouth. You start feeling the same. You start feeling the way you felt coming into this thing. When I'm saying, I'm talking about the Knicks, right? A team who couldn't beat any good teams in the regular season. Like they couldn't. But then once this is a team. Some people saying Detroit is going to give them a series, right? And they did.
And they did. They did.
Detroit gave them a series. And then once they got past that, they got a game against Boston. They start feeling themselves, and they're like, "Oh man, we can do this."
Yeah.
You lose that Pacers game. It's to be determined, man. We got to see how they're gonna respond from it. I don't really have a prediction. I got to see. I'm gonna see tonight. I'm gonna see how they bounce back from that, man. Because that could be Nick Anderson misses 4 free throws, against the Houston Rockets, and they look like crap the rest of the series. It could be that level of deflating loss for them, for sure. I'm gonna stay in my host mode, Kenny. I'm not gonna step into producer mode, but pull up my boy NK comment co-signing me, man. Because I mean, I'm glad I ain't the only somebody who see this, bro.
Which that right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's talking about Haliburton.
Oh,
his dad is just as corny, so it makes sense. Saying I can see the RG3ness. It's in there, bro. I'm telling you, that dude, he ain't vocal, and he's probably got no sense not to be vocal. That dude is a clown, bro. I guarantee you, he's a clown. And it's a Bentley. It's a car. Thank you, NK. Everything, a Chrysler 300 look like a Bentley to a Bentley pull-up, man. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, that's all I got on that. But
let me go.
NBA,
hey, speaking of corny,
I'm corny, but I'm not an NBA player.
SGA last night did something so corny. Like, number one, I don't begrudge a dude getting emotional in an MVP press conference.
I didn't see none of that. What happened?
He just cried the entire time.
Oh, okay.
Especially about his wife, which is cool. Like, that's fine. Like,
no clue that dude was married till today either.
Neither did I. He's got a beautiful baby. Got his wife.
It's so corny. Who gets married in the NBA, bro? Like, what are you doing, man? We run through IG models, man. They all look the same. And we cheat on one model with another model, and they look just like the other model, and then we get one pregnant, another pregnant that look just like the one that's not pregnant. And come on, man.
He said,
"What are you doing, SGA?"
There were a few things that happened. He said there were a few things that happened in last night's game that really kind of pissed me off. And I'll say, I'll tell you, because they are pushing like this wholesome, clean cut SGA thing. I don't think it's fake at all. I think it's 1,000. I think that is him 1,000%. Mike Breen was on the broadcast last night, and he was talking about SGA, and he said, it's that wholesome. I mean, he literally used these words to prop him up as the league is in good shape with guys like him leading the charge, right? Like talking about what I agree, but it felt like a shot to me. It felt like a shot.
Oh, okay, Michael. Okay, Michael Herrera.
It felt like a shot. It did. It felt like a shot.
And I'm like, Michael, man.
I know. I kind of ashamed. I'm even admitting that I was like, wait a second, Mike Breen. Like, it felt like NBA talking points to me. Like, hey, Adam Silver's in the background going, hey, Mike Breen, why don't you say something about SGA being wholesome and how just great, how the NBA's in great shape because of guys like SGA.
Talk about how he's got one baby mama, just one. Just
one. He just got one baby mama. He's not. He didn't even own a gun. Like that's what. Yeah, like that's what.
No one's gotten flown in on his wife. No flown in Instagram model.
I felt some kind of way about that. But then in the post-game press conference, you see Chris Paul sitting on the sideline, sitting next to SGA's wife, right?
Yeah.
And what does SGA come out and do? And he's like, man, I was in the layup lines and I saw some dude sitting next to my wife. I felt some kind of way about it. Like, Memphis, that's your seat, bro. Like, you didn't know that Chris Paul was there. You didn't know that Chris Paul was there.
Feel away, man.
It was weird. Like, I'm like, bro, you're so corny, bro. Like, you
who worse, him or Tatum? Tatum's the absolute worst. That's my guy. That's my dog. He's the worst.
Well, I saw a video of Jason Tatum where it was like he was copying all these other people's celebrations, like quotes when they won championship, their quotes. Yeah. That was pretty wild. That's corny. But it just was so weird to me, man. Like, how is this dude going? Yeah, like shout out to Chris Paul and his mentorship of SGA. They played together at Oklahoma City for a couple of years. But then this man comes out and says, oh, Ever the Fourth came out. He said it, dude. That's exactly right. Just corny as hell. Dude comes out and says, I saw him sit next to my wife and I felt tight. I got tight about it. Like he's going to square up. Oh, and then I realized it was Chris Paul. You corny ass. You didn't know that Chris Paul was going to be there. You weirdo.
I had this conversation with Chris Ingram, right, host of the No Bluffing podcast. You can catch Monday. Just be available. Just be available. You go catch the No Bluffing podcast. And we were saying, man, like we call these dudes corny, but like there are more dudes like SGA.
Yes.
Yes. Jalen Brunson's kind of a cornball too. It's more dudes like him, Haliburton, like these type of guys who you'll see at Monday Night Raw, right? Or you'll see playing against some streamer in a video game, or you play NBA 2K and he's in the park playing against you. Like you'll see these type of dudes. It's a lot more guys like him than there are guys like Ja, than there are guys like Ant. You know what I mean? Who you look at as being, whatever. You know, the guys who really got aura, or really got moxie, or
swag, or whatever you
want to call it. Whatever the kids are saying.
Whatever the kids are saying these days.
Right. There's a lot more guys that aren't like that. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of the way of the league, man, for sure. This dude about to get me started. I wish Kendrick Lamar really was who y'all think he is, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone, man, because I really hope one day y'all will see that Kendrick Lamar is. If you want to list cosplaying rappers, he's on that list, man. Like y'all really be acting like Kendrick is like the voice of the culture. He's a lot more like Drake than y'all to give him credit for. But that's a whole nother discussion. But can I talk about Jaren Jackson Jr. and get off these weird dudes who are dominating the NBA conference finals? Y'all really about to get me started with this Kendrick stuff too, man. Because I try to stay out of them conversations. Like Kendrick Lamar is, oh my God, let me and I'm a Kendrick fan. I enjoy Kendrick's music. His last album was ass. Y'all loved it, but his ass. But Jaren Jackson Jr. was named to the NBA.
You cannot say that Kendrick album was ass and then say that the Drake Party Next Door album was good.
Bro, are you crazy?
You're crazy.
If girls don't like you, you probably hate this Drake album. But being that women like me and I have a beautiful girlfriend, like the Drake album was great. Like let me say this. As a Kendrick fan, this last Kendrick album did not sound like Kendrick Lamar music. It sounds like he's like, bro, you're not what's his name? Puffy was screwing his wife. You're not
no,
what's his name, bro? Oh. What a way to try to bring a guy back to memory. You're not Nipsey Hussle, bro. Like it doesn't sound like Kendrick music. There's certain things.
Peace. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
Yeah, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. But yeah, sad news. The rumors going out now about Nunu and them. Nunu, Lauren London. GNX got hits. Edward says that GNX has hits. Yeah, it's not Kendrick style music though. It's just, I mean, it's cool. Like it's like Luther's a good song. Turn the TV out is a good song. Help me out, bro. The heart part, whatever, is good.
Euphoria,
but
was
it's just,
good.
Yeah, it's like we talk about, Drake got caught up in the MC battle, and now King just boom bop bop boom bop. These bullshit. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, for real, what are you doing, bro? Sain be on Drake nuts a little bit, but Kendrick album was definitely some ass. Yeah, thank you, bro. And he's trying to be Drake, bro. Like all the stuff that he's like accused Drake of doing, he is doing those things, bro. Like, I mean,
stop it.
If you would have caught me a month ago, I really don't care at this point. But if you'd have caught me a month ago, I could have had this discussion and could have bullet pointed the bullshit that Kendrick be on at this point. Because for one thing, he's like the people he's doing features with. Like Kendrick like did something with what's the kid, the weird kid who like beat up on his girl and stuff.
Talking about,
bro. I don't know.
He's in jail right now.
Playboy Cardi. Like,
Playboy Cardi.
Like, bro, how can you knock Drake for whatever you're saying Drake is, and you're doing music with freaking Playboy Cardi, bro? Kendrick is a clown, man. Like here's the thing. I don't care about who these dudes are personally. Like this ain't the Avengers. These guys ain't superheroes. They're making music. I don't really care. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care about none of that crap, bro. Like, if I like the music, I like the music. I don't care about none of this.
Which is why then we go back to the NBA and we talk about the corny stuff with like SGA and Tyrese. And you just go, hey, man, like SGA's a ball player. That's all I care about, right? Like even the whole
like,
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who gives a shit they play ball?
I don't give a shit about none of that shit, bro. Just go hoop.
Just go hoop.
At the end of the day, just go hoop. Like I don't
Just
care.
go
about
rap.
none of this.
Just go hoop. Just go rap. Just do your thing.
I heard a guy saying something like, "Man, I don't like I don't like seeing all these WNBA players in each other's face and trying to be tough and all that." I said, "Bro, well, how do you enjoy the NBA then? Because it happens.
This is what they
stuff
do.
this happens every night, bro. Like they're super
players.
competitive. They're gonna talk shit to each other. That's just kind of what it is. But yeah, but I'm really hoping that one day Kendrick can actually be who y'all think he is. Because what he is now, I ain't feeling it.
This is crazy. He's not trying to be Drake. Who wants to be that dude? Come on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's stop it, bro. Let's just be for real.
Drake is one of the biggest artists.
Y'all gotta stop trying to live vicariously through these musicians, bro. Because these guys, first of all, bro, Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they are artists. They are musicians. And to be that level of artist, to be that level of genius with the stuff that they do, you're a cornball, bro. Like you're not none of this stuff. Like both of them are cosplaying, both of them are acting, both of them are, bro. Like literally both of them are. But yeah, like who wants to be maybe the most successful musician of all time?
One of the greatest musicians
of
all time.
Like what are we talking about, bro? Like Drake is one of the most accomplished artists ever. Like I don't get caught up in all this stuff, man. Just make music that I like. I don't care about none of it.
It is weird to me.
Stuff, and Kendrick does too.
It is weird to me how we all do this, I think, but like with musicians and athletes in particular, we try to take on that, like the things that they say publicly, the way that they move publicly, and adopt it into our own lives, right? Like as fans, we try to adopt it. Like Memphians, let's be like Memphis basketball fans. When Penny Hardaway in his first year said, "We want all the smoke," John Morant came out with Jaren Jackson Jr. We don't duck smoke. We run up the chimney, all this kind of stuff. It's almost like we try to adopt that as our own kind of the way that we move and the way that we live our lives.
Knowing y'all ass live nowhere near where the smoke actually going down.
Knowing that we duck smoke every single day.
Man, you duck 240. I duck the 240 loop.
When it gets dark, I stay at home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We love trying to live vicariously through shit, man. Like, and to my man NK, he's saying, you know, the people, I don't know where we're going with the show at this point, but he's saying, I'm telling y'all, when the Sain show goes 5 days a week, we're going to be more than a sports show. So get ready for these type of conversations for sure. But he says, like, at this moment, people want to be Drake. I'm not saying Kendrick is who he portrays himself. I've said this 5 years ago about him. Oh, yeah, for sure. Do people want to be Drake? Yes, Kendrick Lamar is trying to get into the Drake lane, bro. Like, every box that Drake checked off, Kendrick Lamar is checking those boxes off right now, bro. And I said this a while ago when the beef first started. Like, I really don't think Kendrick wanted this to happen. I really think he was ready to ride off to the sunset, and then it blew up, and it's okay, now I've got to be who people are asking me to be. That's why this last album sounds like a lot of swings at making another They Not Like Us. Like, it sounds like he's trying to make that again. And it just ain't there. They're good songs, but they're not like us. And this version of Kendrick Lamar, the stuff he's rapping about now, the stuff he's talking about, this ain't black activist Kendrick. This is Crip walk with a bunch of dudes and bing bop boop bop. Like whatever the hell he's doing, bro. Like it just ain't like and like I said, man, like I say all the time, when I got divorced and was running through half of Memphis, Drake was the soundtrack to my life, right? And when I was battling against oppression and a lot of other bullshit, like Kendrick was that soundtrack to that part of my life too, right?
Right.
But there's nothing Kendrick's doing now that I'm really feeling. Like it's good. They're good songs, but I'm not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
But
let's get to it. Let's get to it,
bro.
Yeah.
Get back on this NBA stuff, man. My man Jaren Jackson Jr. made the NBA all second team, all defense. I think that itself should reflect to what we're probably going to see tonight, that Jaren Jackson will not be on one of the all-NBA teams. I think that the way that you saw his viewpoint, a guy who was a former all-defensive player of the year, for a guy like that to slip and to fall into the second team, I think that the all-NBA voting will reflect that as well. I think that's what we'll see tonight. I do think it is commendable that Jaren is even considered a top 10 defender in the league with a team that struggles defensively in so many areas. I think Grizzly players have to keep in mind that do you have the all NBA teams pulled up?
I can get it right now. The All NBA defensive teams.
Yeah, All NBA defense. Yeah,
All NBA defense. Yeah, give me 1 second.
call them out real fast if you don't mind, bro.
Here we go.
And Edward, you good, man? Like I said, this show does not say the Anthony Sain sports show. It's mostly sports, but we'll go everywhere, bro. You good? No need to apologize, my brother.
So first team all defense was Dyson Daniels,
right.
Lou Dort, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, Amen Thompson.
Okay.
Let me see the second team. Man, I got on Reddit. How did I get on Reddit? I should have had this up. My bad.
Good. Jaren's team was the Camaro dude, Jaren.
Yeah, it was Rudy Gobert, Ivica Zubac, Jaren Jackson, Tumani Kamara, and Jalen Williams from the Thunder.
All right, cool. Are those dudes? You're talking Mobley.
Yeah.
You're talking Jalen Williams. I guess as dudes who are scoring 20 points a game on the offensive end as well. I'm assuming both of those guys are giving you that. And only one of those guys is the leading scorer on their team. That's Jaren. And he's an all-defensive player. You know what I mean? Like because we see everything Jaren does, good and bad, we downplay him because of the bad that we see.
Right.
But how many dudes in the league are scoring 20 points a game or even the best player on their team? The leading scoring on their team like Jaren was, and you're still, all defensive player too, the all defensive team player as well. Edward has a question. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. What you were saying.
No chance he resigns this year. It would make sense from a financial.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna retire. I don't think he's done.
Yeah, we could offer 90% of the max to save money. What do you think? Do you think he resigns this year, or does he wait till next year?
No, I think he'll wait till next year. I think we worry about this way more than what we need to, bro. Like nothing makes me think Jaren doesn't want to be here. And in a couple of years, when he's a free agent, there's no massive TV deal that's going to spike free agency where everybody's got the max to sign, right?
Yeah,
it's going to be the same thing every year. The teams with bad teams will have cap space, and the good teams won't. And I don't think Jaren's going to leave Memphis to go to play for Washington. Like I don't think that's happening. You know what I mean? So I think if he wants to be here, which he will, the Grizzlies can pay him more than anybody else will next year in free agency. This is the first time in a long time that we've actually had some free agent questions about a dude, though, right? Because we've typically signed dudes early, or they've been up for a max and they've been on a rookie deal. We haven't been here, man, since like maybe Zebo or somebody, right? Like a Mark or somebody. Like we were kind of wondering what's gonna happen with a guy in free agency. But I'm not concerned with Jaren when it comes down to that at all. And I will say this.
You brought up a really interesting point. How crazy is it that out of the 10 guys that made the all defensive teams in the NBA this year, that Jaren averaged the most points out of all 10 of those guys?
Yeah, facts. Like for sure. Like, but we constantly downplay Jaren, his weaknesses. Like, how many dudes do you know? And even if you say, okay, Jaren was the leading scorer just because Ja's season was so crazy, right? Even if you make him the number 2 guy on this team, you're talking Jalen Williams, you're talking
Evan
Jaren,
Mobley.
you're talking Evan Mobley. It's 3 dudes that you're talking about there on his level on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And that's really good company, for sure.
That's crazy.
But I think 2 of those 3 will be all NBA, but I don't think Jaren's gonna make all NBA. And I hope that he doesn't, man. And it's not about the Grizzlies saving money or Grizzlies flexibility. That's something they got to figure out if Jaren gets selected to this. But for Jaren's sake, I don't think he wants that type of pressure. I don't think because Rudy Gobert got it. I don't think Jaren's gonna want the level of criticism that's gonna come his way, locally or nationally, if he gets that Supermax deal. So I'm not gonna say
we can always offer him more money than anyone else. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, that you can't. This year you can't, as far as trying to extend him, because if a team could offer him more now, like if he wasn't a free agent, if he was a free agent now, a team could offer him more.
Right, but
next year when he's a free agent, actual free agent, no, that's not true. I mean, that is true. We can offer him more than anybody. I don't understand why that's getting so twisted up. It's something about.
What does a team-friendly deal look like? Because I know the guys on the Daily Grind were talking about it yesterday morning. They were talking about they think that Jaren could potentially sign another team-friendly deal.
He ain't doing it. Jaren about to get paid, bro. And I think a lot of Jaren's bad play this year is because he was stressing so much about not making an NBA all NBA team, and it just kind of went to his head. He's going to get paid. He's going to sign a max deal with the Grizzlies next season, in my opinion. I don't think there's any way around it, or we should be looking for there to be any way around it.
We should pay him.
Yeah, just pay him. He's one of the better players in the NBA. Pay him. What I was about to say, but like I said, for his own sake, man, I don't want Jaren to get the Supermax. I'm not saying I don't want him to get paid. Get your money, but that's a whole nother level of pressure, man. And I think that whole thing, when they go back to the drawing board and it comes down to that, I think that I know defense wins championships and all those type of things, but he still would have made it on just off All NBA. I don't know, man. Something. I don't think the Supermax is made for a guy like Jaren, and it's not because I don't think he's a good player. I just don't think I think there's certain tiers. Now, what should determine those tiers? I don't know. Maybe All NBA first team only, maybe. But I don't know. And I don't think it's made for a guy like Jaylen Brown, even though he's league MVP. You know what I mean? Finals MVP.
Finals
I don't
MVP,
think it's made for guys of that tier. I think they need to change that because it's kind of crippling the league when these teams have to do those type of things with their contracts. Well, Kevin, about to take a quick break, man. We'll come back. We're going to talk some Tiger basketball stuff, some quick NIL stuff as well, and we'll wrap this up with more of the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
John Calipari could make his return to the city, to FedEx Forum, and it would be his first game against Memphis since he left for Kentucky at the end of the 08-09 season. And I know there's some people that still have their hard feelings for Cal.
They got to get over that.
I've heard that less and less, though, over the years. I think people are just sort of letting that go. Is that there's steam towards the idea that some former Memphis players that played under Cal could be honored, whether before the game, after the game, at halftime. I would love to see like a roundtable discussion with them. That would be phenomenal.
Sounds like John Calipari is putting that as this has to happen for me to sign up my team to come to Memphis and play. From what I understand, he's telling people it's not just that 2008 team, it's everyone. Yeah. Everyone needs to be invited back. Will Memphis do it? I don't know. I would suspect that they will effort it. I think that they will try.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The Grizzlies have to do something, like something's gotta happen. Jaren was really great with his deal last time. He took a team-friendly deal that decreased in value with each year, which is awesome. I just don't know what to expect as we look towards this next deal, this extension. It's tough to predict what he's going to be making this payday. I really don't know.
Back in February, it felt like a bygone conclusion that he was going to get Supermax $345 million contract, and the Grizzlies needed that because next summer he's an unrestricted free agent. So there's going to be a lot of upheaval and turmoil or whatever to get there. Could we wait to next summer and he get an all-NBA team or a defensive player of the year next year? Absolutely, that can happen, and then he could get that Supermax again. I just don't know that either side is going to be willing to risk that heading into free agency, especially not the Memphis Grizzlies when you have somebody like Jaren who, outside of Grizzlies fans, which this is wild, is looked upon as one of the better players, young players in the NBA, great two-way player. Somebody's going to pay that dude.
Tune into The Daily Grind with your host, Loot Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. I was listening to the clip of Rusty and them playing. I'm not going to say Rusty is wrong. I don't think that's right, though. I don't think of Jaren. I think it's something about stuff being consecutive or something when it comes down to the Supermaxes. I don't think if he makes All NBA next year, he'll be. Because that's the case. Is everybody who's on the All NBA team, you make it one time, I don't understand none of that crap, bro. Be honest with you. But
I mean, I don't think he's wrong
know,
because that was the topic of conversation all year. And I think it's honestly one of the reasons why he came back so early from his ankle sprain, right?
But I thought you had to have a combination in a 3-year run.
I don't know. I should probably know this, but I don't know.
I thought it was 2 out of 3. I don't think it's like if you ever make it, you're eligible for a Supermax. I thought you had to have like within a certain amount of time. I think it's timed out because of when he got Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Like I don't think that's true. I don't
If
know,
you're
bro. I don't know.
For
If
those
y'all
in
know,
the
let me
comments
know.
watching, let
I
us
don't
know in the comments, man, because I the CBA is really, really there's a lot to
Strange.
kind of unpack with it and try to figure it all out.
Yeah.
But NK agrees with you. That's a great point about what comes with a Supermax deal. I trust only one player on the team to play well under pressure, and that's Ja. I think that last statement, play well under pressure. I think Jaren's a pressure player. I think he's fine. But Ja is a Supermax player, and Jaren might not be, and that's okay.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with on Jason and John earlier. We'll wrap this up here. They were talking about availability with Ja, right? When you really think about it, we've never made it past the second round. And because of that, there's 7 games per round, 14 games total, right? Because of that, Ja has never made it past the 12-game mark of playoff games. We've never played a 7-game series. I want to say the most we played is a 6 and a 6. I think we lost in 6 twice, or the max we could have won is. I think we won in 6, lost in 6 with Golden State. Ja's never made it past 12 games, 12 playoff games. That's kind of troubling, bro. You really think about it. He, made it past 12 playoff games. But yeah. We got news, Kenny Stubblefield, Tiger basketball news. Tiger guard Dante Harris entering the transfer portal. I'll just say this makes the Curtis Gibbons III acquisition make a lot more sense. We got to see that we're probably going to see him more on the court. This is probably they probably knew this before they even did the Curtis Gibbons thing. Opens up another scholarship for the team as well. You can go out and get another guy. Whether that be a Dane Danger or that be even a PJ Haggerty, possibly. Kenny Stubblefield, you got any updates on that?
No, I mean, obviously, it was reported yesterday that Kansas State's in the fold now. NC State, there's a I got to find the kid's name. His name's Darian Williams, I think.
Yeah.
He came out of the NBA draft and transferred from where was he playing? Transferred over to NC State. That was kind of the conversation, I think, amongst a lot of us about PJ Haggerty and where he's going to end up is who is NC State going to get? Are they going to get PJ or this Darian kid? Darian committed last night to NC State. Sounds kind of like that might be a situation where he's done with, like, the NC State's now out of the PJ Haggerty sweepstakes. Kansas State's involved in it. Kansas State got a guy, his name is Abdi, and I forgot his last name, but he played and he committed to Kansas State. He's a ball dominant guard, big time 3-point shooter, best 3-point shooter in the NCAA last year. It'll be interesting to see kind of what his expectations are with the ball in his hands, and if Kansas State's involved in PJ, because PJ's the best when the ball's in his hands. So will that fit? It's a really weird situation with PJ Haggerty, because it's almost like, man, have you almost priced yourself and expectationed yourself out of a opportunity in the NCAA? Because again, he was in the combine and played in the combine games, the scrimmages this past week, and dominated, played really, really well. So does he stay in the NBA draft? I don't know. He's still in right now.
Right.
But yeah, the Dante Harris thing, kind of to clear it up for people that might not really understand what's going on here, because the transfer portal is closed, Anthony. Like but he entered the transfer portal a couple of days ago. There's a waiver that is going to be requested that is in the works right now, and it's called a runoff waiver, basically. And basically what's going on is Dante Harris is applying for this runoff waiver. And the University of Memphis,
that's a real thing.
Yes, the school.
And it means like what I think it means. I'm saying they ran me off because they brought this kid in to replace me. Oh,
the way that the player can be, this waiver can be granted so that he can enter the portal and go wherever he wants to play this year is if the school signs off on it and says, yes, we ran you off.
Yeah, they will.
And Memphis is doing that. They're going to do that for him.
That's
so
runoff waiver.
It's a runoff waiver is what it's called. So that's how Dante Harris is getting back into the transfer portal. What does this mean for PJ Haggerty, for Dane Danger, anything like that? I don't know if these things are necessarily are linked together, but this Dante Harris thing has been in the works for a while. I'm kind of surprised that it didn't happen before, but
Okay.
I don't think Dante was ever truly going to be back on this team next year.
When I saw his numbers, I was like, man, I would have sworn that dude's numbers were better than that. Want to see he's averaging like 3 points a game or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, listen, fantastic ball player. I think Dante Harris's time at Memphis was up when Doug McDaniels committed to Memphis. When Doug McDaniels committed to Memphis, I think it was like, all right, we'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out
I feel
to
good about Penny's. I feel good about Penny's team this year, man. Like, I think he's gonna
get some players.
Okay, Dane Danger. Percentage chance you think that the NCAA clears him to play?
He's got the right guy in his corner. He's got the right guys in his corner in terms of legal stuff. Zakai Ziegler from the Tennessee Vols is suing the NCAA for a 5th year of eligibility based on the 2019 season when the NCAA tournament was canceled by the COVID situation. Right. A lot of those players were given extra years of availability because they didn't get to play in the NCAA tournament. And so Zakai is suing the NCAA for another year of eligibility based off of that. There's been multiple players in the NCAA that have requested waivers for a 5th year and have received it. And their cases are way less, I guess, way more cut and dry than I think even Dane's situation is. So, do I think that he'll play for Memphis next year? I struggle with this thing of like Memphis never gets the good side of this. Like they never get the positive part of this. Other schools do. But I think his case is really, really strong. And if you bring Dane back to the equation, then you're talking about a different level of expectations for this Tigers team.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of possible lawsuits, Kenny Stubblefield, there's something going on in college sports. Yeah. I'm excited for it, man. Sign me up for all this kind of crazy shit. But it's kind of scary, though, when you think about it, because this NIL thing came in, guys are getting paid to play. And I've had these conversations a ton of times. Like, okay, bro, this isn't NIL. These guys they're not brand ambassadors or anything. They're just getting paid. You know what I mean? So why are we calling it NIL? Well, the NCAA is trying to combat those type of things by saying they're auditing every NIL case, and if the money doesn't make sense, they feel like it's too much for a player to be making. If it's, I heard Gary Parrish talking about this. He was like, these guys are making more in endorsement deals than John Morant would make in an endorsement deal with that same company, right? It's like they can't justify those type of things. So they're saying they're going to audit those type of things, and they're going to deem each NIL case by case and say, okay, that's a valid NIL deal. We accept that or we won't, right?
Good luck.
And then it says that the state of Tennessee is saying, whether you do that or not, we're still going to do it. And they're saying that schools have $20 million. Schools will have $20 million to spend on all their athletes at the school. I was like, that's not. First of all, it's not going to work. That's going to be crazy because some schools don't have the burden of having a football team, right? So they'll put everything into basketball, or all these weird things are going to happen. I don't think there's any way to fix this, and I think it's going to be lawsuits everywhere. It's going to get nasty, man. It's going to get nasty. But I will say, in a perfect world, if there is a $20 million rule where you can only pay guys $20 million amongst all your sports, I can see a school like Memphis being an advantage to that. Like, I can see them possibly swinging things more towards basketball than they do football to get those type of advantages. This year, from what things I've heard, it's not that way. Like their football is kind of in the way of things they want to do. But hopefully in the future, if Penny can keep putting good teams together, he can sway the money to come back his way. Because my thing is, bro, I probably will sound like an idiot for saying this. I'm sure people will be mad at me for saying this, but I understand you need football to get into a good conference. But I would rather bet on something that could be even a better chance, and that's investing money into basketball and getting in a basketball-only conference that could be good, like a Big East or something like that.
Yeah.
And really doing your thing and just kind of letting football be what it is. That's how I am about the whole thing. But we got this shiny new stadium coming, so it might change, so who knows?
Here's what I'll say about it. Like right now, football is, when you talk about football being what drives the financials towards
it's football.
To being involved in these bigger conferences, these Power Four conferences. The problem is that Memphis will never, on its own merit as a football program, be attractive to these Power Four schools because they're surrounded by SEC. They're surrounded by all these major teams that have, that are a part of these conferences.
And
that,
the SEC definitely ain't letting us in, yeah.
And so my whole thing about it is, I've heard Kelvin Sampson say this before. I've heard his pitch as a basketball coach at Houston was, listen, we're going to get into even when we were in the AAC, you can donate money to the football program and that's great, but you're never going to win a national championship with a football in this football program in this conference that we're in, being the AAC. Now they're in the Big 12. Memphis is still in the AAC, but the basketball program has a shot every single year. If you invest the money, if you put the money behind it, the basketball program can win you national championships every single year.
For sure.
And I think that's what Penny is finding, is that, listen, to be the highest paid college in the AAC is great, but does that, when you get into the tournament, help you win against these A-10 programs, these Sun Belt conferences that are spending as much money as you are on rosters? Right. Does that help you? And I think the realization is that it doesn't. And that's Penny's next step, is to get further into the NCAA tournament. Tennessee, the state of Tennessee is such a cool. It's such an interesting place because it's Memphis's own former pouncer, Kevin Vaughn, is the state representative for this area. He's
for real?
Yeah, he used to be pouncer for Memphis back in the 80s maybe. But he's the guy who wrote the NIL legislation for the state of Tennessee.
Right.
And so they actually just announced last week some new legislation around NIL. And basically what they're saying is, the state of Tennessee, I saw a guy named Mitt Winter, I think he's a lawyer on X, who does a lot of the NIL stuff. He said basically Tennessee has become the most athlete-friendly state in the entire United States of America in terms of NIL, because of how they're saying, because there's a lot of legislation. There's a lot of, the NCAA is trying to clamp down on some things. They're trying to do, make these different rules, audit certain things. They're trying to, there's a legal situation happening right now between the House, the United States House of Representatives versus the NCAA, where they're trying to come up with a settlement of how NIL and the transfer portal are going to move forward. And the state of Tennessee just put out legislation basically saying none of that matters. If you decide that you want to make this, in this settlement, if you decide that you want to make these rules, the only way that we'll abide by them is if the NCAA can prove that these rules that you're trying to make up aren't a part of a big monopoly deal, right? And the NCAA is one of the biggest monopolies in the world. And so the state of Tennessee is basically saying, come after us, bro. We'll sue you. We will come after you. If you try to change the rules of NIL based on what we've done in the state of Tennessee, we reserve the right to fight in court over these things. And the NCAA is on a 2-year losing streak on every single one of those lawsuits.
Man, so it's crazy, bro. It's about to get super wild in a minute, man. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it for sure. Yep. But Kenny, it's been a good one, man. This is our final bi-weekly show that we do here on the Anthony Sain Show. We are taking a break next week. I'm going out of town next week. I will not be here. We are coming back hard, though. June the 2nd, man. 2 p.m. Every day, Monday through Friday, is going down, man. The show, we've been practicing some things, trying to how we want to get the show to feel once we go Monday through Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the changes we're making. It's going to be a great time, man. I'm excited about it, man. It's time to get to it, bro. I am stepping into this scared, but I'm stepping into it, Kenny. I had a conversation real fast with my guy, Doc Holliday. He was, giving me some props about stuff. I said, Doc, I'm scared, bro. Like, what the hell are you scared for?
Doc's like, stop fucking around, bro. What are you talking about?
What the hell are you scared for? Like, all right, Doc, you're right. I ain't scared no more. I ain't scared no more. Like, all
I've been redeemed.
Well, yeah,
I don't like men's no more.
I'm not scared no more. I can just hear it in this voice. The hell are you scared for?
Yeah.
You're right, Doc. I'm not afraid anymore at all.
Hey, as Doc would say, man, when the Most High is on your side, bro, let's go.
Hey, it is, bro. He is for sure, man. Shout out to that for sure. Y'all gonna get some more of this melanated magic coming June the 2nd at 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. It's going down. Kenny, hey, I couldn't think of a better guy I want to go on this journey with than my guy, Kenny Stubblefield. Let's get it. For Kenny Stubblefield, this is Anthony Sain. We'll see y'all June the 2nd, man, at 2 p.m. live. Anthony Sain Show. We'll see you then.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.